Well, we've Abid introduced ourselves to the skills that you may require. But what we need to realize is that a lot of these skills are not just soft skills and hard skills. They're how you blend these skills together. UNESCO, when we'll come on to this later, gives us the opportunity, UNESCO, to understand ways of thinking, ways of practice, and ways of being. And so critical thinking, problem solving, looking at what the future holds, being strategic, reflecting on practice. These are all important skills. But I like the way that UNESCO says, well, there's the ways that you think, the ways that you practice, and also the ways that you reflect. So one of the important things is, where do these skills come from? And what you'll find is that when you're involved in sustainability, it's new and you are developing the skills and but the need to have these soft skills in areas that we don't know, green technology, it's very new. Governments, authorities, policymakers are learning from industry. They're learning from service providers. So you end up shaping the policy. But the most important thing is looking at having these really good emotional skills. Are you a good listener, a good speaker? The ability to solve problems. How do we solve problems? What techniques do we use? I'm a big fan of Six Sigma Lean, for example. So I look at things in a very different way. I look at it as process. I look at value stream mapping. I like to map the current state and understand what the future state could look like. And those skills that lean qualifications give me, an understanding about lean and the business improvement wheel and plan, do, check, act, and plan, do, study, act. And for those that are familiar, take it one stage further, define the problem, measure it, analyze it, investigate it, control it. These type of skills are very useful when you are embarking on a green career. So there are process by process, which is implicit, and that's very useful. Strategic. I always say to every learner, you must have a strategic viewpoint. You must be able to do situation analysis, you understand SWOT analysis, pestle analysis, Porter's five forces. But by using these models, we understand they determine our strategies, whether they're strategic intents, mission statements, operational strategies. I'm dealing with a project at the moment for garment landfill, reducing garments are going away from landfill. And we've come up with strategies that will create improving recycling rates, reduce the amount of spend on garments, minimize waste garments going to landfill. And how do we do that? We do it through education. We do it through a pilot scheme for school garments. And we're also looking at a clothing exchange. So we've used the value chain and looked at the value chain to solve the problem. And that's just a little example of how we've become strategic in our problem solving. Teamwork, understanding that you can't do this on your own. You've got to collaborate to be able to put the sum of the parts together to make things happen. So when we look at SDGs, when we actually home in on improving, reducing pollution, we've got to collectively do it, but someone's got to set the example.